Hello, progressors. And in case you're watching this live and you think, oh, Dawn's already started, I wasn't sure what time to begin because YouTube has been doing some very strange things in the last couple of days. And one thing that I just noticed as I was going live here, I have the clock on the laptop at the bottom. And I do these lives on this channel through the instant YouTube channel. And I just go live. But it's always got the time of what the current time is and what time do you want to go live. And the current time was 15 minutes out today and didn't match my computer time, which it always does. So I was very like, now do I go on? I think it was 10 to 15 minutes difference. It was a big difference. We're not talking minutes as in 2 minutes or something. So I'm like, what do I do? Obviously it's going to go live technically with the YouTube time, but not the laptop time. Hey, Bone-Tired Travellers, lovely to see you. Nice to see you on my channel. You are most welcome. Thank you for being here. I do Mondays at the same time as today and Wednesdays. Mondays lives are lots of little topics and fun little facts and things. This one is catch up and some bits and pieces and general chat. And then if you check out my other channel, which is linked below if you don't know it, that I do that live on Fridays and people can come up on that live because I do that on StreamYard. And that again is a very different sort of live, and I show lots of little short clips, things I've filmed out and about or around my house or what I've been up to, like little mini videos if you like, and talk about them. And so that's on my Friday one. And I do pop-up lives on random Thursdays also on my other channel, which I'm desperately trying to do one this Thursday. As I say, it's random times, so check that out. Great to be here. Great to have you. You're most welcome. And as you're new to my lives, in case you don't know, you're very welcome to put absolutely anything in the chat about your channel. This is a community chat, so you're most welcome to say what your channel's about, or a video you've just posted, or something you've got coming up, and tell us more about your channel. So always use my chat, even if I forget to tell you, always use my chat to promote your channel, because that's what I'm here for. So that's basically it. If you're in my chat, then you're very welcome to promote your own channel. I know a lot of channels don't like that, but that's because they want everyone to stick on their channel. If they go to too many other channels, they might lose their channel they were first on. But I'm here as a community, so type away anything about your channel, what it's about, what your last video is, and so on and so forth. And you're very welcome to do that as I chat. So yes, that was one odd thing YouTube has done, and that was today. I only noticed that today. Hey Sharon, how are you doing? Sharon doesn't have a channel, so anyone trying to click on Sharon's channel, she doesn't have a channel, but she's a very good follower of other people's channels. And we're also another happy birthday to Sharon because it was her birthday. Yay! Happy birthday again, Sharon. Yes, a birthday girl. Yeah, so the other strange thing YouTube did, and I noticed this yesterday, as you know, I've got more than one channel. And when I'm on YouTube, you can click your icon at the top corner and switch accounts. So if someone is asking me about a URL on my other channel, I switch over and can tell them that. And every time yesterday I switched the icon, it says like, I think it's other channels or something, or change your channel. And every time I clicked on that yesterday, it doesn't change me to my other channels unless I came out of YouTube, went back in and then the icon had changed and everything had changed to the other channel. I don't know what that's about. So strange things. That normally means YouTube's doing some major changes behind the scenes and some big updates. So it could be because of that. So, you're very welcome. Bowtie Traveller says, we're an up-and-coming travel channel. I only have one video up so far, but plan to add more soon. So, guys, if you want to support them, if they get loads of subscribers, then, of course, they're going to have to put up more videos. So do help them. What's your name? So I do often call people by their channel name, but just so I know what your name is, that would be helpful. Or is it... I have trouble as well. The reason I often read out people by their channel names is a lot of channels are couples, which is great, and I learned the couples' names. But when they're on my chat, for example, I don't know if it's just one of them watching or both of them watching. Ah, you're Denise. Right, I remember Denise. I remember. Let me write it down, Denise. There's so many Denises on YouTube. What's the name I used to use? If I was ever in doubt with someone's name, there was so many of them. I just used to try that, and I was normally right. I can't remember what it was now. There were so many. So yeah, anything you want to put? What is your one video about, Denise, that you've got up at the moment? What is it about? Sharon is very interested in like rocks and precious stones, that kind of thing. Sometimes he is here. He is here, Dwayne. So I'll Dwayne in brackets. And what country are you from? So Sharon, say a bit more about yourself for any new people. I know you don't have a channel, but you can talk about yourself. Why we're talking about channels, as I say, my other channel is linked below in case you don't know it. And that is quite a mixture of things. It's always best to go on that channel and look at the playlist because it's so many different things. I like to call it the channel with something for everyone. So go and look at the playlist there. And I would appreciate your watch hours because I'm trying to build that one up because YouTube isn't very good at paying out money to countries that aren't basically the main bodies of countries that can have advertisements such as sponsorships and things. They don't allow Cyprus to have sponsorships. It's not Cyprus that doesn't allow it, it's YouTube. They just want the main bigger countries. Right now, they're really pushing products to Portuguese channels, English channels, American channels, Australian channels, and Canadian channels. So if you've got a channel of any of those countries, there should be no reason you aren't being offered products for free in return for a review. Sometimes you have to re-show that product 2 or 3 times over a few videos. But because Cyprus is a country where that isn't happening, because we're not big enough to push products to fellow people, they're not very good at paying out money. So therefore, they don't promote my channels like everyone else's gets a little dip somewhere, a show. So I'm looking for watch hours because then if I can get that channel tied in with this channel, because basically they add all my views together. You get your separate channel views, but they then add those together. And if I get 80 euros a month, I then get payment. I get monetized on this channel, but I don't get money. Very rarely. I've only got 2 payments ever of all my years of YouTube, and they've been like pittance. The most recent one is 59 euros because they take so much back because I don't pay tax, because I don't work. And they said, well, the only way we can pay you then is out of your 80 euros that you have to have in order to be paid. Then we will take tax back to YouTube. So out of that 80 euros I actually made over many, many months, They had it all together. I get about €2, €3 a month. So you can see how long it takes me to get to €80. And then they took out of that €80 a large amount of tax, which meant I got left with, I think it's €59. And so if I can get my other channel monetized as well, the month, say I get €2 a month on that and €2 a month on this one, they add those together every month. So that basically doubles my chance of actually getting money more often than once every so many years. What's the link? It's actually in the description below, but I can bring it up for you. Sorry to wobble you, but I've got a wobbly table. Let's put it in the chat. No, not that one, Dawn. Wait. Now I'm going to put both links because some channels can only click on the new handle type links, and some channels can only still click on the old original way of the URL. So you've got both of it there. So yeah, basically I've been paid twice from YouTube. The very first time, because I've been a YouTuber for eons, this was before people even knew what StreamYard was, so that gives you an idea, because I was on StreamYard. I've only been paid twice, and the first payment, they weren't even going to pay Cyprus. You get, when you first get payments, I don't know if you guys have looked, but you get this page you can go on, and it says reasons you might not be monetized. And one is if you're in any of these countries not ticked. So I asked them, why is Cyprus not permitted to get payment? And it turns out it's political reasons. It's nothing to do with Cyprus not allowing it. It was just their choice politically. And I went through all sorts of things to get Cyprus monetized. And that's where I got my first payout, because I got my back pay, basically, all the years I've been doing YouTube. So I got my back pay. And now I've only just got my second pay. What's that been? Another 3 years, I think. So I'm certainly not making money on it. But, oh, thank you so much. If you put a comment on that channel, then I'll know that you subbed it in that channel, and then I will come back and come to your channel on that channel as well. Because what I do, I don't always do it. I try and put comments from both channels, but as you heard at the beginning, I've got trouble keep clicking in and out, changing the channel. So what I do is, if I watch a video of yours, I always give it 2 thumbs up, because I'm 2 channels. So if you've subscribed to both channels, then I do give you a thumbs up from 2 channels. So I'm worth having. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Yeah, I'm not too bad on the subs on that channel. I've got 700 and something subs, and I get subs fairly easily. It's the watch hours. I wrote it down. I need to have it monetized. Obviously I need 1k subs, but I'm on 700 and something, so I think I'll get that pretty soon. I'm quite good at subs. But the watch hours, it says I need 4,000 watch hours, and I've got 357. So I'm a long way off just on that. And I did actually notice I've got a video on that channel. I've got a few viral videos on both channels, but I've got a viral one on that. It's got 24k views. And it's only horses. I think, no, it's not horses, it's goats. It's only like goats that roam near here. And obviously I put a lot of goat videos up now. Let's go back and look at your chat a minute, and then I'll show you what I've been doing. Orange Beach, Alabama. Ooh, go write that down. I have a little book of people that I watch often or follow me often, and I like to make little notes because I forget who's where otherwise. Full moon over the Gulf, United States. Beautiful. I love rocks. Sharon does love her rocks. She'll be asking you, Denise, what's your favourite stone or rock? She'll be asking you. She asks everyone. I didn't really know. I said turquoise because that's my birthstone, December. So I said that, and I love blue. And then she asked Jimmy from the Astute Tourist, what's his favourite? And he said diamonds. He was being smart. Oh, talking of Jimmy from the Astute Tourist, I was up live on his channel the other day. I've put the URL below if you want to see that. So do go and click on that. I come in about 5-10 minutes, and he asked me to go up. I'd just done sent all my prizes out from my 2K giveaway on this channel, and he was a winner, one of the winners. He's the first one who's received his prizes, so he was showing those on a previous live. So yeah, you have turquoise, yay. Moonstone, Denise loves moonstone. I think Sharon makes them into necklaces and things. I still haven't quite got it, Sharon, what you do. I think she makes them into things. So if anyone's interested, you have to chat with her on a chat. I'm getting ads to watch your channel. That's a good sign. Yes. I was talking on a channel today, just before I came on this live. I was on someone else's live, and I was explaining they're at the stage they're just about on the cusp of being monetized, and they didn't know whether to do it or not. And my advice is, there's a lot of people say, oh, I don't want money for it, blah, blah, blah. The fact is, if you don't monetize your channel, you can never then come back later and monetize it. And YouTube will put ads on your videos anyway. So you might as well get that silly little pittance of revenue yourself. And the other thing is, when you're monetized, you can choose what adverts you have. Yes, some people say they've got no control of them. I haven't controlled mine, by the way, so I don't know what you're getting. You can control your ads, which means you can go through categories and say you don't want, say, gambling adverts or religious adverts. You can pick those categories. But if you don't know, you can also go within those categories, and you can actually pick specific companies that you don't want to advertise. So let's say you're happy to do adverts that involve clothing products, but maybe you've got a gripe against one particular clothing company. Let's say you know their clothes are made with poor factory working conditions, so you don't want that one. You can actually go in and actually say a particular company you don't want. It's a tick list. Also, if you control your own ads by being monetized, you can pick how many ads you have and where they come in your video. So my lives, I always say I want one at the very beginning. So people coming late to the chat anyway, they can click on, go and get a cup of coffee or something, come back and the advert would have played. That's the only one I say that. That's the only one you can't skip on mine. All my others are skippable. I haven't chosen what they are. I must go and do that, but I didn't think I'd ever be monetized. If you don't get monetized, then YouTube will put as many ads as possible all the way through your video. And that's something else you can do, is pick the length of them. I haven't done that. But you can pick the length of them. Whereas if YouTube, you don't monetize, it's AdSense now, it's not YouTube, but same difference. If you don't monetize, they will put really long adverts in as well, and all the adverts no one else wants on their channel. And if you don't know, you will all watch my video and all get a completely different advert. It's not one advert. So depends on where you live and what sort of person you are. If you're on Facebook or any other social medias, they take all that information and send you out a video, an advert. So if you say, oh, I like traveling, you're bound to get some sort of traveling advert, for example. Where are we? Oh, and by the way, if you get a bad advert on my channel, let me know and I can get rid of it. You like bracelets? I do. I love bracelets. How can I see what you make, Sharon? Don't say Fastbook because I don't use Fastbook. Hey, Denise, means dudes, I'll let you know. Oh, bless you. Yes, how can we see what you do? Could you maybe, Sharon, I don't know how brave you are, could you maybe one day go up live on Jimmy's channel? Just say you're ready to go up live when he's live, and he'll put the link up. And when it comes up in the chat, you just click on it and you'll pop up on his channel. Don't worry about it. You'll think you might not be. Oh, you go in a little place first and you just have to type your name in it. It's your channel name. So you just type in Sharon Rowland and then he'll get you up on screen. And then you can show all your stuff. Oh, no, you don't have anything, do you? No, that's what I'm saying. If you go up on Jimmy's live, then you could show it all to everybody. That would be lovely. That would be really nice. Yeah, she loves making jewellery. Oh, you don't have Moonstone. That's the only one you don't have. I don't know what that looks like. Oh, Bone Tired Traveller says, I watch him open your bag of goodies you sent him. Yes, there are 4 winners. Hold on. Kathy won, Jimmy won, Della won. She doesn't have a channel. V won. There were 2 more winners, but they didn't come forward with an email address. So there's 3 more channels yet to see. They all got different stuff. Hey, Jess, thank you for being here. Do go and check out Jess's channel, guys. I fell in love with her straight away because I made a little funny joke and she laughed at it. So I'm like, yeah, Jess is for me. Didn't know that. Thanks for the info. Yeah, if you want any help with anything, Sharon, just let me know. My email's under most of my lives. It's definitely under this one. So if anyone ever wants to email me, it's definitely this one. Occasionally I forget, but it's definitely under this one. The other thing that I've linked below this one is we got recently some free wood and loads, like wooden panels. It was a fence. And we got loads from a friend of ours that couldn't use them, but he was moving properties. And he said he knew we like to salvage stuff and make stuff. And he said, did we want them? I'm like, yes, we want them. They're all treated, so they're really dark now. And if you look at the video below, it's my husband's channel. Some of you might not know my husband's channel. And that's where we put a lot of our frugal living projects and crafts. If you're into homesteading crafts, doing things for no cost, that's where you want to go. If you do growing, he makes things for me. And it's basically what we can make out of nothing. Let me link that for you, his channel. The actual video is linked below. I can't pull that up now, but I can link. I thought I just lost you then. I can link my husband's channel up. I do a lot of the editing on his channel, but it's his channel. So again, I've put the new link to it and also the URL there. Let me see. Sharon says, thanks to Dawn. Jess says, I also just shared you on my community tab. Oh, bless you. Hey, I've also got petrified wood. You told me about that before. I'd love to see it. You've got to go up on Jimmy's channel so we can see all these things. I've got so many followers that don't have channels. And I say, please email me all about you and everything because I can't see what you all do and what you look like. Sometimes you build up a picture of what someone looks like and then you see them, say they pop up on someone's chat. You're like, oh, who's that up there? And it's someone you've been talking to for years. So yeah, as I say, I do a live on my other channel on Fridays. If you want to come up on that, that is on StreamYard. This I can't bring you up. It's just the YouTube thing. Okay, so let's do what I normally start with, but I've been so chatty. And I have cards of how I'm feeling today. So I'm going to see what feeling is most this I'm going to go for this. My feeling of today. Dubious. I drew that one. Do you like it? Dubious. Now, why is Dawn feeling dubious? Well, if you've been watching my lives recently, I've been having very peculiar dreams every single night. Such as, these are two little small excerpts of two recent dreams to give you an idea. Now, my husband has recently hurt his arm, shoulder. The connection between his arm and shoulder, the tendon or the ligament, it's worn away so much that they say he only has 20% left of that, and he's not to reach up anymore, or that movement will gradually wear it down. He won't be able to use his arm. There is no surgery at the moment for that. They can do it, but because of his age, he's got a hole in the heart. They don't really want to do that. So he'll be all right as long as he doesn't reach up. He can't swim anymore, like breaststroke, because he's reaching. So he's got to be careful. Anyway, just telling you that because this dream was, we're driving along in the car, and you know how trees fall across the road? Well, this was the biggest tree trunk you had ever seen in your life, probably taller than the car when it was laying sideways. And Mike gets out and I said, oh, where are you going? And he said, I'm just going to move it off the road. So I'm dubious because I do know a lot of dreams. I did psychology, and part of it was dreams. And I know a lot of dreams aren't exactly meaning what you think they mean. But I'm a bit dubious. And what was the other one? Oh, last night, part of that dream was I'd written all these pages and pages out, and they were so long, these pages, they were like 3 pages stuck together in length was 1 page. All these things, and planned it and ordered it. I can't remember what it was for now, but it was almost like a planning report maybe. And I'd done all this on this one and this on this one, and a big pile of them, as I say, 3 sheets long was 1 page. And I'm carrying them, and I tripped over and they all got mixed up. So this is the dubious. Oh, Mr. Jimmy, your ears burning. We've just been talking about you lots. Just been talking about you lots. I do that, so Jimmy has to go back later and watch the beginning. Okay, so let's go on to my craft project. I normally show you what I'm making or doing, a catch up, and this is my gardening apron. This is my unique merch, one only. Oh, thanks, Jimmy. And those of you who don't know, I've got my name on the top. It's not cross-stitch material, it's plastic, but look, it's ideal for cross-stitch. So I put my name on the top, my channel name on the bottom pocket, and I'm slowly adding vegetables. Oh, so I'll go through them all, but I'll tell you the new ones because some of you haven't seen this. So we've got beetroot, mushroom, got a leek, tomato, parsnip. This is new. This is one I've just done that no one's seen. A cabbage. And we have down here cucumber, or it could be a zucchini, 2 sweet corn, 2 carrot, the pepper I'd just done last time. So if you missed the last one, we've got a pea pod or bean, got a radish, that's quite new, another mushroom, another cabbage, and this, where is it? A little strawberry. Now, the reason it's right down there is I was going to do a big bowl of strawberries, but the pattern I was copying, I can't really see it properly. It's black squares and dots and not quite squares, and for what colour material thread you need. Lots of similar dark things. I couldn't see it. So about one strawberry it is then. Took me ages to do that strawberry. And I've marked out, because I don't know how you plan cross stitch, I've marked out an area there. I've counted squares, ready for the next thing to go in there. So watch Dawn's latest video. Ooh, do please do that. That would be jolly nice. As I say, it's my other channel. I'm trying to get somewhere with one. As I say, subscribers not such an issue. It's the watch hours. And long story short, I have to use a different browser when I want to chat or do my lives. My main browser doesn't accept YouTube lives, whether I'm doing them or other people are doing them. So sometimes I go on your channel and I'll say, oh, I've just got to change browsers and come out. If I put a chat now, say I want to say hello to the Astute Tourist, you'd just highlight that, wouldn't you? And then in the chat do like @ symbol, paste that and put what you want to put. If I try and highlight anything in someone else's chat, it just highlights the whole chat. Yes. Oh, bless you. Help support our channel. PayPal me / New Beginnings Cyprus. That would be very much appreciated. Any money I get from my PayPal goes towards any project of our garden. It might even be towards solar panels or batteries. We're in the need of more solar panels because our trackers aren't working anymore. It's the like computerized bit, and we can't find any company that can sort out the computerized bit of our tracker panels. If anyone out there knows of anyone that can do it, or a company that does it, I would be so appreciative, because at the moment with Mike's poor arm, he has to go out every day, lunchtime, turn the round. He has to be the tracker movement, and it's not good for him to keep moving them around all the time. So we're looking for a company or a person that can do the computerized bit of the tracker panels. So that's possibly where it go to. And when people give me PayPal, I always say, if there's something you want it specifically to go to, then let me know. Some people say whatever you need, and some people actually say it must be something for yourself. And I'm like, bar humbug. Bar humbug. But no, I prefer to do things, put it towards, might even just be some seeds, or Kathy helped me buy my second freezer because the first one looks big but it's really small. It's all full of door innards. So things like that. Consider becoming a channel member today. Oh, bless you. You're an awesome moderator. Okay, lovely to see you, Denise. Thank you so much for being here. That was a big surprise. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Okay, what am I reading? Well, I was showing you this book I just started, Home Leave by Libby Purvis. I've got, this is how much I've read, this bottom bit, so you can see I've read quite a bit now. If you want to know what it's about, I read the back last time, go back and look at that. And I always rate it when I start reading it, and then rate it again when I've finished. I will rate this at the moment as a 7.5. And you know I'm a harsh judge of books. Yes, so a 7.5 is really good, which always gives room for something to be amazing. So 7.5, it's good. It's about this couple that they're to do with like ambassadorship and that kind of thing. So they have to move around different countries. They have 4 children born to them, and about how they have to move countries and different schools and how they all turn out because of that. And now they're all adults, the children, and it's interesting. And they're saying that people move around a lot like that. They say, oh, it's good for them, but this is sort of showing how there's 4 completely different aspects of those 4 children who were all brought up the same, but it did affect them all for their future. So it's a fun book, but there's a message there as well. So far 7.5, which is a really good book in my opinion. Okay, let's play a game. Today we're playing top 5. Did we play this last time? No, I don't think we played this one last time because I jump around and change games. So top 5. The first card says, name your top 5 disguises you'd like to be in. Ooh, if you want to answer in the chat, feel very welcome to do so. Your top 5 disguises you'd like to be in. And if you're watching this back later, thank you for watching and put your answers in the comments. So disguises. Ooh, what disguises? Oh, what disguises? Mike says, I don't know if you could hear him. Mike says he'd like to be the Invisible Man. Now that would be cool, Mike. What would you do if you were the Invisible Man? What opportunity would you have? Skinny dip. That's a good answer, actually. The Invisible Man. That would be cool. Oh, I don't know. I think I'd just like to look nicer. So I'd really like not an orange ginger hair, but like a really nice reddy hair. Not taller, no. A nice face, thinner, just nice. Disguises. Oh, I don't know. That's quite a hard question. What disguises would you like to be? I'm trying to think of something clever like Mike said now. Got to go eat something. I'll put back in a bit. Okay, cool, no problem. What 5 disguises? Oh, I can't even think of one proper disguise. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe just a completely different type of person to see how you're treated. Just like to experiment for the day. Maybe just do this thing like they've done experiments before where like men are disguised to look like females and females as men, just to see if they're treated different. That would be interesting. So just that, like proper prosthetics and that, like real proper disguise, that would be quite good. What about a disguise to be someone you know and see their life, be them for the day? That would be pretty cool. Yeah, be them for the day. I'm sweating. Oh, let's put the fan on. I just realised the fan's not on. Yeah, just to be someone you know for the day, but look exactly like them. That would be cool. Oh, what about if I was Mike for the day? Or maybe be your boss for the day, a day he's off and they don't know. That would be fun. Yes, so I would say my top 5, I would pick 5 people I know and be them for the day. Yeah. And then you could actually go to your group of friends or family and say, oh, what do you think about them? And see what they say. Yes, that's what I'd do. I'll be 5 people. Yes. Name your top 5 ways of showing love. Words, actions, words and actions. To do something for someone. So it doesn't mean a gift. It could be just say, you don't do anything today and I'll do everything for you. So if you want a drink or I'll cook for you, I'll do all the work. So actions like that. Actions I'd already said, such as obviously kissing and we're talking our partner on that was meaning. But yeah, actions, as I always say, to be there at any point when needed. So to be on the end of a phone whenever someone needs help, to know that they can call you. And yeah, to talk about it, basically, to talk about people that you're affectionate of and what they've done that's so nice. And yeah, I think that's probably covered the 5. Okay, next question. Oh, that's how to play. Next question. It's all more of how to play. Oh, four cards of how to play. 5 cards how to play. Got a question. Name your top 5 pizza toppings. Top 5 pizza toppings. Cheese. Cheese. Definitely cheese. You can't have a pizza without cheese. Mushrooms. I like garlic or garlic oil. I do like to have that. For me, it has to be a stuffed crust pizza. And I like, at the moment, we put halloumi from the local goat farm in there. Halloumi in the stuffed crust. And we have chicken, so a bit of meat, or jalapenos actually are quite nice on a pizza. So yeah, that's my choice. We won't do this one. Name your top 5 dreams you've had. I think I've talked enough of my dreams over the last few lives, and it's very disturbing, so we won't do that. There's my other channel. Thank you, Mr. Jimmy. There's my other channel, Tranquillity Through Life's Natural Beauty. And as I say, I'm trying to build up the watch hours specifically, and then I might actually get some payments from YouTube because they add both channels together. So, but that one has to be monetized first. This one's monetized, but the other one has to be monetized. And for that, I said, I've got 300, I wrote it down so I could tell you today. I've got 357 watch hours on this one, and I need 4,000. And then that can be monetized, and that should double my money. So I might get €4 a month then instead of €2 a month. And as I say, they don't pay out till you've got €80. So yeah, we need this one going so that I don't have to wait another 3 years before I get money on this one. So that would be cool. Okay, name your top 5 reasons to be cheerful. Oh, that's a song from, who's Reasons to be Cheerful, Mike? Boomtown Rats? Oh, he's not there. Boomtown Rats, I think it is. Reasons to be cheerful are free. Maybe it wasn't Boomtown Rats. I'm not sure. Anyway, reasons to be cheerful. 1, because I'm on live. 2, because Mr. Jimmy and all my other friends are here with me. My new friends I would never have met without YouTube. 3, I live in Cyprus in the most beautiful location. So who cares about anything else? 4, I have Mike. What can be said about that? And 5, well, if you're not cheerful, then what's the point? Go and be miserable somewhere else. Bye. If you're miserable, you just bring misery. And my saying is, why sit amongst the sad turkeys if you want to fly and be free? So there. So yes, was that 5? I think I did 5. Okie dokie. Name your top 5 most memorable TV advertisements. Oh, I like talking about 70s and old TV, and yes. Well, I would say, particularly in the 70s, all adverts, most adverts, if not all adverts, had a jingle or a slogan. And I will guarantee that you still know all those songs, jingles, word for word. Or if you heard the tune, you would know what it is. The Astute Tourist says, being healthy, being loved, having a home and food, having a good job, and my kids. I didn't know till today you had them, and I missed the end of it because I had to go off. So you've got a boy. Tell me now, you had a boy a year after being married, and that was all I heard. I need to know more info. Spuds Mackenzie ads. Oh, I got no idea what that is, but it's obviously a American thing. It would be interesting if other people know that one. Spud Mackenzie's. Did that have a jingle or a slogan? Because if it did, I'm pretty sure you have it. You've got 2 boys. How old are your boys? Did you say the boy was Kevin? That was all I heard about the first boy. That was all I heard. I'm being nosy now. I didn't know you had children. And where are they now? I need to know information. Didn't know this. This is your life, Mr. Jimmy. What's my most memorable adverts? Oh, I could go on and on. I think the milk tray one, which was, I don't know if you know milk tray. I think you do. It's a box of selection of chocolates. And I remember that from very little because I thought he was a robber, and it was a man in black, and he breaks into a house basically, and he leaves the milk tray and a little calling card, and the slogan was, all because a lady loves milk tray. Bizarre, really. One will be 35 in 2 weeks, the other will be 33 in October. Excuse me. My oldest lives with us. Oh, and my youngest one lives on his own. Oh, see, didn't know that. Is there a video with them in? Must be a video with them in. I like to see people's children because I like to see if they look like them. Mini versions, yes. Yes, mini versions. It makes you wonder, actually, particularly I think females think, what would their children look like? Yes, you always sort of wonder, mini versions. I look like my dad. Definitely. Like my dad, yes. What other adverts do I know? There's just so many. I've got to be careful because some I won't just think the top of my head because I'm actually listening to a podcast. It took me ages to find one that I really wanted to listen to. And it's an English man, Oliver something. And I think it's called My 70s childhood, something like that. Oh, my 70s TV childhood. I think that's it. And you can get on anything because I don't have Spotify and all those weird things. I don't have any of those podcasts. I just have the thing on my phone, like the basic one. Laurie, you finally caught me. You so did. Guys, you need to check out Creative Laurie's channel. Oh, you so need to check it out. She does, I always forget what it's called. Food Bank. I think I get it right. Food Bank channels. And she used to be a homestager. I think that's the title. Homestager. And she's got such pretty things when she shows you her shopping haul. And she's got such pretty things round. I follow it to see all the pretty things she's got. And she did a really nice video doing her front, and it's so pretty. It's lovely. Yes, Food Bank. I try and get the right terms for things because we call things different things. Jess is back. Hello, Jess. Jess is there. I've got some different guys on here today, so I know some of you, like Laurie's, been saying, I just miss you, or I'm trying to get you. I know my times don't really gel with you all. I know that. And I'm pretty sure my Friday lives on my other channel really won't gel with you because that is, this one starts at 5:30 my time and the other one starts at 2 o'clock. Yes, 2 o'clock my time. So it's several hours before. But I am trying to do a Thursday one this Thursday on my other channel. So I'm going to make that 4:30 my time, if I remember. I've been here, never left. Oh, right, okay. Yes, and some of you are just popping in now. My channel is about you. If you're new here, or your first time, you're not new here. Creative Laurie's been with me for ages. But if you're new on my chat, to tell you, even if I forget to say it, use this chat as your chat to promote your channel. So put what your channel's about, if it doesn't say in your title, and put about your video, what video you've got coming out, or what you're doing, or this is your chance to promote. And I always get more views afterwards because I have funny times in Cyprus. So you will be seen after the event. So use this to promote your channel. So type away. We're talking about memorable TV advertisements. And I'm saying if they had a jingle, I bet you still know it today. Oh, yes, I'll say about this podcast. So this guy is talking about it's English TV in the 70s. So it's a perfect podcast for me that I could listen to that forever. And he's just done one about adverts. So those ones are in my head, really. So I'm trying not to think of those ones. Yeah, so he's just been talking about adverts, but mostly he talks about TV. And he's a similar age to me. So he's talking the same sort of things, programs and that. So I love that. Okay, so let's go on to the next question. Name your top 5 things that make you feel warm inside. Hot coffee, a nice brandy, that warms your heart. Just the love people admit, like you guys, I don't know you. I think I know you, but I really don't know you. And everyone has such kind words for each other. And I think that's lovely. Ah, Laurie's got one. I love the Cadbury egg advertisement from your childhood. Now that had a tune, didn't it? Didn't it have a song? Did it have a little jingle? Did that have a jingle? I don't actually like Cadbury's eggs. I like toffee and mallow. We can't get those here. But in England, you had like the Cadbury's cream egg, but it was toffee and mallow. And Mike likes the caramel ones. He sometimes finds them here. But you'd think this is odd, but Cyprus only has seasonal stuff at the right season. I know some of you were telling me that you've already got, the Americans have already got Christmas stuff out. Yes. Colleen is number 1. Ah, Colleen's number 1. Makes me warm inside. Oh, you're back. Hi there. What did you eat? We're saying now, Denise, top 5 things that make you feel warm inside. Oh, yes. I was going to say something then, but it's a bit rude. Did you see I kind of stopped myself? And it's not what you think. It was something entirely different, because I just thought it was something you might think it is. No, it's not. It's not rude, but let's say it's not appropriate. That's the word. Warm inside. Yeah, nice hot toddy. I tell you what I do like. Is it Calypso? I get them all mixed up. It's when you have like the hot coffee, like a liqueur coffee, and you have the thick whipped cream on top. Liqueur coffee, not like a hot coffee. That's normal. Liqueur coffee. I think it's a Calypso. That's the one, obviously, with brandy, because I like brandy. And then you have the thick cream on the top. Oh, I love those. Oh, hot soup. Oh, yes, Laurie, hot soup. Yeah, I can do it in the summer as far as food goes. I love people being good to animals. It makes me warm inside. Oh, that's sweet. Yes, soup. What we do is if it's like a bit cold, we go, soup? Oh, yes, let's have soup. And then it might be like 1 degree lower than a hot summer day. We'll be like, soup? Yes, soup. We love soup. Love soup. Going down for a nap. Thanks for live. Enjoy it. Thank you, Jess, so much. It's been lovely to have you here. Don't forget, everyone, check out Jess's channel, Cato Homestead with Jess. She's a laugh. I've gelled with her like straight away. I asked her, she was in a live, someone else's live, Kaz Moody, and she was in the live, like a joint thing, and she had something written on a t-shirt, and she's rushing around doing homesteady things. And I said, oh, Jimmy will tell you, I'm always asking what's on his t-shirt, because I can only see the top bit. And I put, oh, Jess, what's on your t-shirt? You're rushing around and I can't see what's on it. And she went, oh, I don't know. She's trying to read it. So, yeah, check out Jess's channel. Yeah, soup. What's your favourite soup, guys? We have a broccoli and Stilton soup. It's only like a cup of soup type thing, like powder soup. That is nice. That's creamy. I don't really like croutons in soup. Okay, thanks, Jimmy. Thanks for being an awesome moderator, as always. Don't forget to run back the beginning later where we talk about you. The Cadbury egg advertisement didn't have a jingle, but I loved how the bunny chirped like a chick. There's the emoji in case anyone can't visualise. I can't do emojis when I'm on live because I lose like 2/3 of the chat. And then if you guys say something, I don't see it because it's disappeared. Denise says, my grandkids, soon to be 4. My children. Oh, this is what's on your channel. Right. This is what's on Denise's channel. My grandkids, soon to be 4. I think Mike's last count, he's got 17 grandchildren. I don't have any. Funny that. Mike's my husband, if you don't know. He's got 4 children. I don't have any. So, Bone-Tied Travellers, check it out. My grandkids, soon to be 4. My children, a hearty laugh, a patient recovering, and sunrises, sunsets. I love sunrises and sunsets. On my other channel, I've got a whole video of sunrises and sunsets, all from my garden. Yes, sunrises and I love them. Oh, I love all colours of sunrise, but I particularly like the sort of pinks and the purples. And you'll like the intro mostly of my other channel because it's one of sort of the sunrises in the background. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, so what's people's favourite soup? Mine's this broccoli and Stilton. I do like that one. I like a good tomato soup, though, because I was brought up on tomato soup. Tomato soup. I have to have with it bread and butter, and then I break it up like you're feeding the ducks and put it in and then mush it in and eat it like that. That's how I have soup. Not at the same time. Potato soup and tomato soup, not at the same time. Laurie says, I love po soup. Is that a real word or a typo? If it's a real word, tell me what that is, because I've got no idea. Is it Chinesey? I don't know what that is, Laurie. That I make vegetarian style. I love bean soup the most. I don't know what this faux soup is. Is it faux? Am I saying it right? That was my top 5. Oh, your top 5. Oh, I'm with you. Oh, I thought it was what your channel was about. See, it could be. That's what your channel is about. You better put more about your... Oh, your channel's got one video. Can't really put what it's about. Right, let's go again. Sorry, Denise. I'm ahead of the chat. Denise's top 5 that makes her feel warm inside are her grandkids, soon to be 4, don't you know? My children, a hearty laugh, a patient recovering. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's lovely. And sunrises, sunsets. See, I took that as you're a patient recovering. It's about your story on your live. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's a lovely thing. Patient recovering. Oh, I think that's beautiful. Oh, Pho. Am I saying it right? Pho is an Asian soup. Right. I have to find out more about that. Watch the intro. Beautiful. I crushed crackers in your tomato soup. Yes. Oh, I tell you what else, like oxtail soup. Now I'm talking about Heinz tinned tomato oxtail soup. I don't know about real oxtail soup. I'm talking about Heinz. You guys have Heinz, yes? I'm sure you have Heinz. Heinz. I'm saying it right. Thank you. Those are wonderful top 5 favourites. They are, aren't they? I love that patient recovering. Oh, I think that's an awesome thing to say. That touched my heart then, really did. Okay. Name your top 5 events that leave you puzzled. Oh, that's a good one. Saying it right. Excellent. Thank you. What did I just say? Things that leave you puzzled. This brings me to what I did mean to say earlier, and I didn't get onto it because we've talked about other things. This was something that happened. So I'm going to use this as my answer. I was watching football with Mike. I don't really watch football, but he was watching it. I was passing by in the kitchen, let's be honest. And there was that thing, you know, where they do that penalty kick thing. No, not penalty. Yeah. Is it penalty kick? And they can line up the opposing team in front of the goalie and someone tries to kick the ball in. Yes. So they make that line, don't they? Like defence line. So the opposing team makes this line near the goal and then someone kicks it in. Well, this is things I didn't ever know. So this is things that leave me puzzled. It's the same. Did you know this? And I don't know when this came about. When they make this line in front of the goal, another one of the opposing team laid down behind all their legs. When did that become a thing? I said, what? What's he doing? He said, well, they can make the line. I said, yeah, I thought they could make a line. Oh, no, they've been doing that for ages. They can lay behind all their legs. And he said that's because if the one kicking the ball kicks it high, they all kind of jump out the way. They don't want it sort of at them. But you can't kick through because there's one laying on the ground. That shouldn't be allowed. You've got to be on your feet for football, surely. When a guy goes down on the ground, they have to stop the game, don't they? So this is things that leave me puzzled. When did that become a thing? Who knows? Something else I didn't know, because then I was thinking about things I didn't know. One thing I've been talking about recently that I didn't know until I went to Egypt, the pyramids are not in the middle of a desert. No, they're by high-rise buildings, but you always see the shot that way. And when we went to Egypt, the tour guide on the coach said, right, we're just coming to the pyramids now, get your camera and whatever you want. And I'm like, what? We must have some way to go yet. Or are we getting out and going in a Jeep or something? No, as we're going around the corner, you can see the top of the pyramids over the high-rise building. Yes, they are not in the desert. You're a nurse. I got that. Cats. I think that's a brilliant answer. I have to agree with you about men. Yeah, definitely. So that was the pyramids. The other thing that puzzles me is we're in the middle of a heat wave here. Why do cats, when it's the most boiling hot day, not go to a cool place? They stuff themselves under low sofas, down the back of sofas, in the hottest room in the house without a window or a fan, under the bed, squashed between everything under the bed. What is it with cats? I think in reality, they comatose themselves a bit and shut themselves down, so they're going in the most secure place, I'm guessing. But that was a surprise. What else did I put down? Oh, hedgehog. It wasn't until I started doing YouTube and I'm typing, like, I show hedgehogs that run around my garden. They're wild hedgehogs. All the time we see hedgehogs. There's lots of hedgehog clips on my channel. And I didn't know that you spelt it as it should be. I thought it was hedgehog. I really thought it was hedgehog. So there's that. Yep, they're right by the city. Yeah, I know that now. I don't know if I've got a picture, really. I should have done a picture that way, because some people don't know that. And the other thing is, I don't know if any of you guys would know. In England, there's a person, a TV personality, and his name's Ben Fogle. He's a lovely guy. Google him. Just put Ben Fogle in and lots of stuff will come up. He's lovely. And it turns out his mother is the main person in the film of Half a Sixpence, which stars Tommy Steele. I don't know if that's over people's heads or not, but anyone who knows that, if you don't know it's a musical film. If you don't know Half a Sixpence, if you like musicals, you'll love it. Half a Sixpence, and it's Tommy Steele, which I think he made his name all around the world, but he's very English, very English, but a lovely man. I've met him. He used to be a tap dancer, and people don't know that. Denise says, oh, mine are in front of the fan right now. It's been over 100 Fahrenheit here daily. I don't know what Fahrenheit is. Don't know that. We don't have temperatures in our weather forecast. In Cyprus, it's either hot, very hot, extremely hot, over the norm, or not hot. I didn't know. Is there any word you guys like always thought it was something and it's something completely different? And I'm a good speller. I used to be a very good speller. I used to be. But then you suddenly see a word and you're like, no, when was it like that? And I do have trouble because in my videos, obviously I'm English, and I know we spell words completely different. We pronounce words completely different. I know I've got a lot of American viewers that have honestly told me they only watch my videos because they like hearing me speak. Not the content, but they like to hear my accent. And yeah, so I have trouble when I type things. I have had someone come to me and say your spelling's really atrocious, and it's because I've been typing in English. So you will see I sometimes slash a word and type it both ways, such as I was editing today and I grow in tyres, car tyres. So I wrote tyres/tyres because we spell it TYRES, and now put slash, and the American way of spelling tyres. And a funny 47. Yeah, that's about here. Our pool's over 30. Our non-heated swimming pool is about 32, 33, something like that. My sister, mean people like my sister, Karen's laugh out loud. Quicksand. That's your answers. Things that puzzle you, your sister. Karen's. Quicksand. I think quicksand's funny. Who would have thought quicksand? You've obviously got a story there. AI. AI is bizarre. It's good, but it's scary. Yes. I know physics and like how TV works and all that, but I still think it's awesome, don't you? Don't you think it's awesome? I'm talking to you through a little screen. I think it's awesome. I love the accent. Oh, your roots in the UK. Whereabouts? Where are your roots, Boyle? It's very scary. It certainly is. Yeah, so, yeah, funny story about the spellings. in Cyprus, they translate a lot of stuff, signpost and whatever. And they're mostly translated, obviously, Cypriot, which is a different language to Greek, Cypriot, English, and Russian. Everything signposted in those three languages. There was a very short time, a few years ago, when they started putting up signs in Chinese because they had a big flux of Chinese businesses come over, and there was a big sort of housing complex for the Chinese. So a few signs around that area did start being put into Chinese, but no, on the whole, it is English, obviously our English, Cypriot, and Russian, even though there's big amount of Swedish here and whatever. And they employed for the road signs, as in the street names, those, you know, you have your street signs, what's the name of each road, each street. For that job, they employed an American who had their English exams, whatever, English language exams. And no disrespect to you guys, but they translated them all into English, and they're all American spellings. So we're confused here, the Cypriots. They think to spell certain things in English, those things must be right. And they did some leaflets, shop signs. So when you go to buy a new tyre, it's spelt the American way, but they think they've translated into English. So it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. So if you come here, you'll feel quite at home because all our English signs mostly are in American English. So you'll feel quite at home if you ever come and visit me, guys. So that's why I slash everything. So I try to. And then sometimes if I'm on a chat of an American channel, sometimes I will go into that spelling because I don't want people to think I can't spell. So yeah, I'm all over the place really. I don't know what. So if I spell anything wrong now, I just, well, it could be right somewhere. Oh, Ireland, Wales, Scotland, no England. No England. No England. It's interesting about how they don't list the actual degree of heat there. Not really. We have the thing they would actually do more is the like dust. What do they call that? Dust rating. I don't know what they called it. There's probably a proper name for it, but you know when they do the weather forecast of dust, how strong the dust is. Like some countries do the pollen, don't they? As in how bad the pollen is. So, yeah, we have more focus on that. And we have heat warnings. We have like amber and red. And as you drive round, particularly more rural mountain areas, they change that and show you the colour because it's fire risk. We live in a very high fire risk area, being mountain area. So you'll see that more. That's kind of the more important thing. Yeah, that's really what they focus on. I think as well, because we're a country where we have siesta, which doesn't mean sleep. It means you go indoors, you do a quiet activity. Sometimes me and Michael watch a film or something like that, or I'll read a book, or I'll do my craft. London! London's mighty big. Do you know a place? Do you know a place in London? London's mighty big. It's like Cyprus. You go slightly somewhere else, it's a completely different lifestyle. Yes, England. Left that one out. I should think so. Yeah, you left that one out. Okay, let's do another question. Name your top 5 songs you would like to sing. I don't really do singing. I do private singing. I did do musicals and shows professionally, I am not a singer. I was a dancer and you had to sometimes sing. That's what I did. I wouldn't do solo singing. I did sing on one of my lives once. And if you want to see that, I will tell you what video it is. It's a live and it was my birthday. Now, I don't think it's not the birthday, it's December. So you want to look for a December one. And it wasn't the last, like December just gone. I think it was the one before that. And it's alive on this channel. I think it was the year before that. And I think I might have put special guests coming or something like that in the title. You're going to have to hunt for it. I'm not going to bother for you. And the reason I sung, I was really ill that day. I was so ill. And I told everyone I was going to do a special live for my birthday. And I had a guest coming on that a lot of the people didn't know who it was, but knew of who, like, was when the person came on, they knew the person. And the reason I sung, and I'd built it up, I was going to sing live, and I don't sing. And I said I was going to sing the happy birthday song that you sing in Cyprus when it's someone's birthday, because I can't stand the happy birthday to you, that song. I really dislike it. And I love the Cypriot happy birthday song. So I said I would sing it on my birthday, on my live, which actually fell on my birthday. So as I say, I was really ill then. I'm pretty sure you can tell in the video. But I promised it, and so I did it. So if you want to see me kind of try to sing, that's the one. Yes, England left one out. My ancestors were mainly from England and France. Oh, interesting. Do you know what part of England, Laurie? Generations ago, we came in the... Oh, wow. Wow. Wowza. I wish I could sing. Used to be a flautist, but I've not played in years. Learning piano slowly. Yeah, piano is definitely the instrument to learn. I think you can transcribe more from that, and because you can read the music. And yeah, I've got a electric keyboard. I don't really ever use it anymore. It's not a double one, or if it's just like the single. I don't think my fingers could really cope with that, or the speed of playing now. But yeah, what was I saying? I was saying something. What was I talking about? Talking about something. What was I talking about? Oh, singing. So obviously there's been a couple of times I've had to do karaoke. I don't like karaoke. I certainly don't like watching karaoke. I'd rather go and watch a show. But there are times, isn't there, when you do karaoke, and one of the songs I would pick for that is Zoom, Zoom, Zoom by Fat Larry's band, because it's so easy to just sing that one. I'm related to the Daniel Bone family. I'm not sure what part of England. Ooh. It's nice to do history, isn't it? Trace things back. And I did have, and I don't know what happened to it. I'd done for school my family tree as far back as I could go. And I only had a little bit of paper because it was like starting to do it for school. And I think you just had to read it or something. We didn't have to make it into anything. So I just had it on paper. And I don't know where that went. It was gone before I moved here, so it wasn't like I lost it in the move to Cyprus. And I know exactly what the bit of paper looked like, and it was in, you know, those little cash tins, and it was in that. And the only reason I know it had gone was I sold the cash tin. I sold a lot of stuff before I came out here, and you always check things before you sell it, and it wasn't in there then. So I've got no idea what happened to it, and I don't remember all the names, and I got that back to quite a long way. It wasn't in the days when you could go and, like, you know, go on a site and do it all. I had to go to a proper library and research it and everything. And it took me time to do it, and asked the few relatives I had what they knew. And you always get, don't you, in your family, someone who doesn't want to talk about that kind of thing. It's like, so it's very hard then if you've got to do it for school. No one will tell you anything, so you can't go and look up names. Or I think I went to a church and looked at the records there. And remember, I was young, so I couldn't go here, there, and everywhere. Laurie says, we had our lineage done. Cool. My dad has been working on it for years. Oh, lovely. So he's going to kill me for not remembering what part of England. He says, my parental grandmother's family name is Day. They came from County Cork, Ireland. Day is quite popular, but the Irish are very much like the Welsh. They all stay in this hub, and they all, I don't want to say interrelate, but it's a small area, so they all end up with similar names. The Cypriots, there's only like a handful of surnames. So, yeah, it's hard to trace when you've got a more common or known name. Very hard to trace. If you've got a really different sort of name, then it's going to be a lot easier to trace. I'm a bit of Irish, Scottish, and a dash of American Indian. Wow, that's really exciting. Have any of you thought about doing those? What is it, where you send off like a little sample thing and they can tell you everything? Some aren't real. They just come back with this, that, and that. But some are very genuine sites. They're interesting. But I see on the internet, a lot of people send them off and then they find out they're not related to their brothers, sisters, mum, dad, whatever, and it leads to all sorts of things. So I don't think I would do that. And as I say, there's a lot of fake companies out there that just send you back all this lineage, and when they don't give you names, that one is just saying you've got a bit of this and this in you. But yeah, I think it's all very interesting. Very interesting. I'd like to go back in time and see, like, my ancestors, how they lived, like be there sort of viewing it. You know what I mean? I've always said I'd like to go back and see houses I lived in. Obviously, a lot weren't old, but in England, when I left my parents' home, I had an Edwardian home and a Victorian home. And I'd like to go back and sort of see that time, the houses there, maybe even as they were being built and who was in there first. And I think that's of great interest to me. That's it, DNA. Thanks, Laurie. You have to help me sometimes. My brain doesn't compute. DNA. Oh, I liked of your dog. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that is really cute. Oh, Bone Tide's done DNA, Ancestry, 23andMe. And interestingly, do they all come back different or the same? That's what I would do, I think, do all the different ones. I can't remember which one isn't right. But yeah, I think they're all good. I think it's the 23andMe that people were talking about, that must be true because they show when people aren't related, and then other people have done it like in another county, let's say, and they've matched up because if someone else has their DNA done, I think it's 23andMe, I might be wrong with that one, but one of the companies, if someone over here in this state has their DNA done and you've had it done here and you match, they match you up. So it's not just you're this. It actually is right. That would be interesting. My 12th great grandfather fought in the Revolutionary War. Wow. I know he's definitely part gorgeous. Oh, he's a doggy. Oh, that's lovely. Wow. Oh dear. Yeah, I think I'd find out which way it was. I think it was 23andMe. Might be wrong. It might be the Ancestry one. Can't remember. If any of you know, let me know. It's the one where, as I say, anyone who does it, if you link up to someone else there, they put you together, and people have travelled hundreds of miles and found extended family. Their results similar. Yeah, I think those two are okay. I can't remember what the bad one is. Yeah. But yeah, as I say, find out what this one is where it links you up. So you could get a call in 2 years' time, 3 years' time, it links you to someone else. I think you're right, it's 23andMe, right? Yeah, so you can find like distant relatives you didn't know existed, or if anyone's from a split family, then you might find other relatives that you didn't know about. I think someone or several people found brothers and sisters, and they didn't realise they were adopted because they were never told, and then they find so in that way it's nice, as long as it doesn't affect other people. I think they have a way that you can connect as well. I don't think you can just go full pelt. I think they ask both sides or something. But one story I heard was when someone did it for, I think it was their father, because he wanted to find his ancestry, and it turned out that she ended up not being his daughter. So obviously the wife had duped the husband into thinking she was pregnant by him, and he always thought that was his daughter, and she'd done this surprise for her dad to find his family, and it just turned out she wasn't the daughter. So crazy days. So yeah, I think if you're going to do that, you've got to be aware what could happen. It could be good, could be bad. There you go. And have you met any? Have you actually gone and met any of them? That would be interesting. You never know. Hey, I could be a relative. Wouldn't that be bizarre? I haven't heard of that yet, but someone watches a YouTube and they're actually related to the person. Ooh. Oh, yes. As they say, small world. You never know, do you? You never know. You just never know. Okay, guys, I'm going to go because I've been much longer than I normally have, because I've really loved the chat. We've had so much fun. Thank you so much for being here, and do come again soon. And until next time, as always, Meraki.